Hey developers, today we're going to look at Wallaby.Js. It's an integrated continuous testing tool for JavaScript, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up with Vue, and we're going to talk about a few features it has, so we're just going to get up and running on this. If you're brand new to the channel, thanks for watching. My name is Eric. I do programming videos, tutorials, advice, to get you up and running and starting with web development. If you guys like this, please click on that subscribe button and click that like and share button. That really helps me out. So let's take a look at this. So this is the integrated continuous integration testing tool for JavaScript. So it runs your JavaScript tests immediately as you type and displays execution results in your code editor. So this obviously I'm using Visual Studio Code. It works really well with that, but you can use other tools like JetBrains, Atom, Visual Studio Code, Sublime, etc. So you have a lot of choices. You don't have to be stuck with one editor, and it does some really cool stuff to make testing easier. Now, I have, you can download this. You can get a free trial of it, and you can pay for it and get the full features of it. So I just want to let you guys know off the bat there. So let's get started. Let's get this working. All right, so you can see here I'm in Windows. Obviously, this will work on Mac or anything else, but I thought I'd just show you using the Windows command line. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new project using Vue. So I'm going to do Vue init webpack my Wallaby proj Erik, and you can probably see here I'm actually using Vue-CLI 2.93, which is the latest version of Vue-CLI that's not in beta. So Vue-CLI 3 is out, but it's in beta. So in a different video I'll show you guys how to set up Wallaby with Vue-CLI 3. I'm actually working with the creator of it just to make sure it all works correctly, but for this video we're just going to use Vue-CLI 2. And so I'm going to hit enter all the way through here. I'm going to use the runtime compiler. It's asking if it's a Vue router. I'm going to put no. ESLint, no. Yes for unit tests, and we're going to be using Jest. That's what we want to use. Night watch, no. And we're going to install with npm. So sit back. Let's watch this install. Okay, great. It went ahead and installed. So let's go ahead and do one more thing. If we look at the official documentations for Wallaby and Vue.js, it mentions that we need to install the Vue compiler if we're using Vue-CLI 2x. So let's do that real quickly. So we'll go ahead and we'll change directory to the one we just created, Erik one, and we'll go ahead and enter, and this should install the compiler. And it'll just take 1 second here, should be pretty quick. And then after it's installed, let's go ahead and open up our editor and get started there. So easiest way to do that is we'll have our Visual Studio Code. I'm just going to go to open folder, and we're going to project Erik that we just created, and it should open up here. So we have the project open, and you can see here's our spec file, and this is how it normally looks. So nothing special here. I mean, we can make sure it's fine. We can do npm run test, and that'll run our unit test, and you can see here it gave us the check mark that it was all okay, so we know everything's working fine. But if we want to actually use Wallaby, we can actually detect if this test is running in real time, which is really cool. So first thing we need to do is we need to create a new file in the root folder here, and we'll call it Wallaby.js. And if we go back to our instructions here from the website, we're just going to copy and paste this whole file here, and I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to save it. And then the next thing we need to do is install the extension. So since we're on Windows, we're going to do Control-Shift-P. I'm going to do extension, install extensions, and I'm going to search for it, Wallaby. And I already have it installed, but if I didn't, this is where I would install. I would just click the install button, and it would install for me, which is awesome. And I'm assuming this is the same if you have Sublime or WebStorm or something else like that. It should be similar. So after we have the extension installed and we have the Wallaby.js file created, the last thing we need to do is actually start it. So we do Control-Shift-P, and we'll do Wallaby.js start. And in here, you can see it's asking us to install the config file. Since we just clicked that button, and we'll click it there, and right down here it's doing something to let us know it's working. And it should be done. So let's take a look. If we go there, we'll look at our hello world spec file. Oh, great. So you can now see there's these green boxes. That means that this test is running good, running well. So let's say we split it here, and we'll control P it, and we'll look at the component. So you can see here's the component, and the nice thing about this is we see the green box here too. So we know that we are, this is being covered by this. And you can see here, let's say I fat finger it here and I put 1 and the test fails. If we look over here, it actually tells you what the expected value is. So it's kind of cool. It tells you right here in the console what's happening. This can make tests way easier. So let's add another test in here. I don't know, we'll do methods. We'll do some math, we'll call it, I don't know, and we'll pass in an A and a B, and it returns A plus B. You can see right away, now we have this little mark here that lets us know that we no longer are covered by our test cases. So let's try to create one for that. So we'll do it, test some math. We'll do an arrow function. We'll do VM. Well, we'll copy and paste these two. And then we'll do VM. We'll do let ants equals VM.SumMath, and we'll put, I don't know, 5 and 4 in there, and we'll expect ants to be equal 9. Cool. So if we look here again, now you can see that it passed. You have the green arrows here. And over here we have a red arrow. So we'll have to see what's wrong here. I still have the red arrow here, so let me fix it. So now everything's green. So very cool. So now everything is working as we expected. And you can see if we put in 3 here, now it says expected value to equal 3, receive 9. So you can see, like, in real time you can make your cases. And one other cool thing is if let's see here, I can drag this over. If I go to Wallaby.Js/app, see here, Wallaby.js.com/app, I'm actually, this is my code coverage, and basically it's talking to the web browser. So I can see this as hack test case. I'm just doing right here in my editor. You can see here, here's my 2 test cases. If I click on it, it'll actually bring it up here. If I click here, it'll bring it up inside Visual Studio Code, which is really cool. I can look at my test coverage, and you can see there's actually, it has 0% for main.js. There's a configuration I can do to get rid of main.js, because obviously that's not going to be in my code coverage. But I do have my hello world here. You can see here, I can say, oh, I'm covering all this. This is 100% right here for code coverage. So this is a really cool thing. It obviously has just in setup. You may want to exclude those from your code coverage, I don't know, depending on what you want to do. But yeah, it says I have 71% overall. So you can see this is a pretty cool tool. It works with React. It works with Angular. Pretty much works with anything. So I would highly recommend to take a look at this. I have a link in the description below. It's pretty cool. And if you guys like these type of videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.